My name is Kenneth Butler. I'm president of the Vanguard Justice Society and also lieutenant of Baltimore City Police. Before we get started, I just want to make this introduction. To my right is Lisa Robinson. She's vice president of the Vanguard Justice Society and sergeant of Baltimore City Police. To my left is Louis Hobson. He's sergeant of Baltimore City Police and he's chairman of the Vanguard board. At the next table, we have Ivan Bates from Bates Garcia law firm, who's the attorney for Sergeant Alicia White. And sitting at their table is Miss Barbara Jackson, and she's president of Franklin Improvement Association, and she's here in support of Sergeant Alicia Jackson. I'm sorry, Alicia White, excuse me. I just want to open with a few remarks. The members of the Vanguard Justice Society are fully aware that there's soon to be an investigation of the Baltimore City Police Department by the Department of Justice. We are here to say that we are in full support of this investigation. We want to encourage this report for a number of reasons. We look forward to being interviewed and working with the Department of Justice, and because we want to uncover and correct some policies and practices that are within this agency. The Vanguard Justice Society is a nonprofit organization that serves an advocate for improving the working conditions of Baltimore City police officers, minority officers, as well as women. The Vanguard Justice Society is dedicated to providing a cooperative forum where police officers and other affiliated law enforcement officers can receive valuable training and support. We strive to play an active role in the community of Baltimore and to establish a strong relationship with our citizens and officers that we serve. Vanguard aims to address critical law enforcement issues that relate to our members and ultimately impact the citizens of Baltimore that we serve.
Good morning. My name is Ivan Bates. Now, I think one of the questions that we need to sit down and understand, we need to look at is who is Alicia White? She's right now charged with manslaughter. And it's very important when you sit down and look that based on the statement of facts that Ms. Mosby read, it appears that Ms. White, according to Ms. Mosby, had 15 seconds of alleged interaction with Mr. Freddie Gray. She also never says that Ms. White ever touched Mr. Gray in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So that will sit down and say, who is Alicia White? Who's this woman, this sergeant? I would say Alicia White was born and raised here in Baltimore City. She graduated from high school in Baltimore City. Upon graduation, she went to Maryland Eastern Shore, graduated from college, and came back to Baltimore. When she came back to Baltimore, she worked a job, and eventually she decided she wanted to be a police officer in her city, Baltimore City. And that is when you understand the story of the person of Alicia White. Once she graduated from the academy, Alicia White worked in the Neighborhood Services Division of the Baltimore City Police Department. That is extremely important because that's where she had the opportunity to meet Ms. Jackson and so many other individuals who you have the opportunity to speak with in the community. Alicia White is your sister, she's your cousin, she's your friend, she's your neighbor. She is Baltimore City. Alicia White has given her career in helping the citizens of Baltimore City. She's from the West Side. And not only is Alicia White from the West Side, Alicia White goes to church in the Sandtown, Winchester neighborhood where she does the community outreach. So if you really want to know who Ms. Mosby now has said is the face of police brutality, it is what she says Alicia White is. Because one of the things that's very important, Ms. White sees a good citizen. Mr. Porter, we do not ever see them on any of the video footage whatsoever. But when you understand that Alicia White is an individual that's worked within the community, that's volunteered in the community, that's helped the community understand how to interact with the police, then you have a better understanding of just who Alicia White is. Because most of all, Alicia White is one of us. Thank you.
Good evening, let's say good morning. I'm Barbara Fox Jackson, President of Frankfurt Improvement Association, a community of more than 26,000 residents with several other neighborhoods, which includes Sedonia, Arabia, Gardnerville, Parkside. And we all know Alicia as a dedicated individual, one of the better police officers we have ever met. Matter of fact, with her encouragement, we started and really worked really intensely with trying to get our enabling center for police and community. She attended many of our community meetings, always giving us information and working with children. A lot of times in between, she would stop over at our used to be Good Now PAL Center, which is the Police Athletic Center, but it's now our Good Now Community Center. She would stop there and help and assist with serving many of the children the dinner at around 4:35 o'clock hour. Ms. White also took her time on Saturdays and worked with the young people in the cadet program. And I have one of my members and co-chairpersons here who dedicated and worked with her and many others. She was, to me, the most outstanding police officer there because she was always willing to work with us. Now, I can only say those things because, truthfully, there have been sometimes there were things that many of the people questioned. But they didn't question things about Alicia because she made herself inviting. She was eager to venture and do new things and different things in the community. And I would invite you and anyone else to come out into our area. And we are really working at trying to develop excellent police-community relationships because that's the way it has been. In our area, we have Soccer's Without Borders. We have more than, in the last 3 years, more than 5,000 different refugees. So Alicia has worked with many people in our area and in the community. And I would be very, very disappointed in finding out that people are judging her just because she happens to be a police officer. And they are upset with the police officer. I think we have to think very closely about what justice is. Always remember a person is innocent before they are proven guilty. Please don't judge her as being guilty without having her to give her due and letting you know who she is. I know who she is, and because I know personally, it's hard for me to believe that